Marshmallow Fanboy back with a tale of woe as I tell you about my experience with a figure swap. In one of my groups on Facebook, I got a message about a Maximum Series Deadpool being swapped out. And I gotta admit, when I get a figure, I don't take a real close look at it. Most of my stuff is pre-orders. So when I get it, I don't generally question it. When I'm at the store, I always check, make sure, nothing's been tampered with. I'm careful because I have seen the figure swaps at retail. They're not rare at all. There's at least one every time. Well, I'm not going to say one every time you go, but one a month. One a month is probably as much as I'm going to sort of guess that it happened. So what happened was in that Facebook post, this Deadpool was swapped out with a Deadpool from the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure wave, and the head was different, and I think dupe was gone. There was a lot of stuff, and I immediately grabbed this figure and I went through it online to match it up with what the pictures were online, and I thought, okay, good. Well, I've got Maximum Deadpool. But little did I know that there was a figure hiding in my stack of figures ready to jump out at me. And that figure was WWE Ultimate Edition CM Punk. When I got the figure, I put it in a stack and I ignored it, but I got it with Bailey. Now, I've already confirmed that all of Bailey's stuff is there and accurate, so we're not going to look at Bailey until I actually do open her, and hopefully when I get a replacement for this CM Punk, I will get that for Bailey as well. So, what's wrong with this figure? For one thing, the pants are different. Someone attached Eddie Kingston's pants, and I can tell you it's Eddie Kingston only because there is an Eddie Kingston t-shirt in the package with an AEW logo in a WWE package. But I can also tell you those expressions are Eddie Kingston. Those two are Eddie Kingston. So the guy took the likenesses, the CM Punk likenesses up here, and either he swapped one for the head, or maybe that's the head that always comes with it. But you can see that pant size is way too big. That sticks out. That sticks out a lot on CM Punk. So that waistline is quite a bit bigger than CM Punk's. And as for the hands, you can see one of these hands isn't taped in the back, and this one on the bottom isn't either. And there's just an empty hole here where there should be a hand. So this is 100% Eddie Kingston reuse for a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's his hands or not. I don't think it is, but it's definitely his lower torso, his t-shirt, and two of his heads. So it's CM Punk with a lot of Eddie Kingston mixed in there. Now, this hasn't happened to me before, but thankfully I got it from Amazon. I was able to put in what my problem was with it, and I just kind of went through everything very quickly. They give you very limited window of text. You can do what I said. This is somebody turned this back in with AEW Eddie Kingston parts, and they kept some of the parts for CM Punk and completely returned a worthless figure to you. Now, as a bonus, this one has a barcode at the bottom, which I'm hoping leads to that original buyer, and I'm hoping I'm not his first complaint. I'm hoping that this guy gets banned, and I hope that he gets caught, because I did not like this at all. Like I said, I'm careful at retail, and that has helped me on more than one occasion where I've saw something that was sold out everywhere, and I was like, oh my God, it's this figure. And then I was like, oh, that's not this figure at all. Or this is an older version of this figure. Sometimes that works out. There's every once in a while you're like, oh my God, this is an Arkham Asylum Batman from way back in a Batman package. Geez, this thing probably sells for $30 online. It's $20 here. Maybe I should get it. But in this case, this is worthless garbage. CM Punk does not wear pants ever. And, he might wear them backstage or whatever, but there's no torso for him to change into. And I didn't catch it on the way in. I just I knew I had it. I put it in a stack. I didn't super look at it. But I was going to open this and Bailey today when I discovered the first thing was the Eddie Kingston shirt. And I thought, holy cow, that is super cool. WWE's letting that in. I wonder if, CM Punk wore that and WWE's like, yeah, why not? And then I looked a little bit closer and I thought, oh no. He doesn't fit in the form well at all. Those two hands were not touched. That's fine. But these two hands are definitely being held in by tape. It was double taped too. Where's the double tape? It was double taped somewhere where it was obvious somebody had made entry in there. There it is, right next to the barcode. Somebody double taped that, and the barcode is on top of the tape, which tells me that barcode was put on after this person sent it in. So if you are a collector who just wants parts of stuff, that's cool. But you could buy this. You could take the parts that you want. You can get rid of the parts you don't want on eBay, or save a bunch of parts and sell them at a convention one day. Go, hey man, I have parts. People dig those. People are looking for bits and pieces to complete kit bashes and more involved customs. People want those pieces. We don't need you turning that stuff back into retail so that it's chaos when we're trying to find something. But it was sent to me. I didn't fall for it, but I am going to look a little more carefully when shipments come and just make sure it's the thing that I wanted. Those pants are just a dead giveaway. The legs are real big and the waistline is huge. And the t-shirt's just a dead giveaway. That t-shirt says Eddie Kingston, man. How did I miss that shirt? But it's taped in. The guy did a decent job putting all that stuff back and making it look real. So, I can't fault the job they did. I can just, tell them, you suck. You suck. Because one more day in my return, the return policy would have run out on me. I had one day left. Literally tomorrow would have been the too late to file a return for them. And I would have been stuck with this piece of crap that you turned back into Amazon. So until next time, man, just check to see anything that's plastic-free packaging. Maybe check the seals, see if they're double taped, and return it immediately. Or just look at the figure and maybe still look for double tape. But unless it's a pre-order, if it's a pre-order and you're probably the very first owner, I don't know. As I say that, I'm thinking, not necessarily. So try your best to avoid it if you can. And if you've fallen for it, man, I want to hear from you in the comments. Or just let me know how you feel about swappers who return stuff back to retail. So until next time, enjoy your toys.